See this potting bag right here? Well, there could be 3 ingredients that are secretly killing your cactus and having it look something like this. Hello, everybody. Today we're talking about potting soil, and we're going to be talking about different kind of soil mixes, and you're going to join me on this journey of learning about soil. What's up? My name is Takshi with Cactus Warehouse, and we run a little cactus farm here in Fallbrook, California. Most of our cacti are hard grown. What that means, they're grown outside, they're tough, they're strong, they're ready to be planted right away. And because of that, I actually don't have too much experience with creating my own soil and potting, and today I wanted to learn about that. So we're gonna go ahead and show you a couple different soils, a couple of different mixes, show you how I planted these, and if you check back in a month or two, we're gonna see how these babies are thriving, and I think they're gonna be pretty happy. So if you're just getting into this hobby of plants, cacti, succulents, you might be thinking, well, A, I need soil, and you might find yourself at a local gardening store and you might see something like this, potting soil. Honestly, if I was getting into this, I'd be like, hey, this is perfect. Let me go ahead and just buy this because it looks like it's just ready to go. And truth be told, and a lot of people might not say this, but soil like this is actually great. It's a premium kind, just not great for the cacti because you want it to be healthy. The reason that it's not best for the cacti is honestly, it's just got way too much in it. Like, let's see. Let me read the ingredients here. Recycled forest product, composted chicken manure, bark fines, feather meal, dehydrated chicken manure, rice hulls, bat guano, I don't even know what that is, perlite, peat moss, alfalfa meal, oyster shell, dolomite limes. I mean, these are some just words I've never even heard before, you know. Worm castings, kelp meal. And like I said, a lot of this stuff is great for other kinds of plants, just not the cacti. If you guys ever had a cactus looking like this, it didn't die from the heat. Most likely, it died from wet feet. That's right, root rot. That's right, being too wet. A potting soil like this, it can hold moisture for days. And when it holds all that water, it's honestly just terrible for the cactus. If you're growing tomatoes or something like that, tomatoes love the wet soil. In this bag, there's also 4 sources of nitrogen. To educate you guys, all plants need nitrogen, but too much nitrogen for the cactus is not the best thing. What'll happen is it can make the cactus potentially grow too fast. It can stretch out, etiolation. It could grow so fast that it may split. And a fat, stretched out cactus isn't healthy. It's honestly overfed. Like what I'd be doing at 2 a.m. eating McDonald's or something like that. Like for example, if it's got like some chicken manure in here, that's like rocket fuel. And a cactus is a Prius. It's a hybrid. It don't need that much to get far. And honestly, I'm keeping it simple, but this is something that you guys probably already know. Like, think about where you see cacti. It's always in these desert area where there's not much. Cactus evolved in volcanic rock and sand. So nothing in this bag really looks like it's home. I want to show you a couple of different mixes, but I want to start off with, if you already have something like this, you don't need to toss it. What we're going to do is show you how to turn something like this into a mix that will keep your cactus happy and thriving. So let's go. And then full transparency, before I go making these do-it-yourself soil mixes, if I'm doing it wrong or, you know, I'm making mistakes, call me out in the comments. Like I said, by no means did I ever mention I was an expert at any of this. This cactus life chose me, you know. I don't ever make any soil mixes. All of our stuff is outside, so, you know, I'm learning with you guys. From what I have found and from what I do know about what cacti like, I think I'm gonna be able to make a pretty good mix, and I think you guys are gonna be able to learn a lot. We're gonna turn this potting soil into something that's more suitable for this cactus here. We got the silver torch, and honestly, it's probably not gonna be the best thing for it because, again, there's a lot of nitrogen in here, so it's still gonna be more than the cacti needs, but I think it'll be doing just fine, and we're really gonna work on the drainage here. So, a couple of things that I got. I got this terracotta pot, drainage hole as well. Mandatory! You need it. These are honestly some of the best pots to use to plant your cacti. And if you stick around until the end of the video, I'm gonna tell you why you wanna use something like this. We got our silver torch cactus. We got our potting mix. We got pumice. You can use pumice or perlite. I might use both. And then we got our decomposed granite. This is just stuff I dug out from our property here. You can also use coarse sand, something gritty, not beach sand. Ratio that we're gonna want is 1 part potting soil. And when I say that, just like 1 scoop of this, 2 scoops of the pumice, 1 scoop of the decomposed granite. And I would just like say in this pot here, spread it evenly. So like half of this is gonna be filled with the pumice, and then the other half will be split between the potting soil and the decomposed granite. Oh, and if you're ever working with like pumice or perlite, you probably want to either wear some protection like a mask, or you can dampen the perlite or pumice with water, just so that it doesn't get dusty and you're breathing in all this dust, so you can get it wet to avoid that. So just be careful. Look at that soil. It already looks wet out of the bag. That's crazy. So, so we'll do 1 scoop of that. Woo, this is what the pumice looks like up close. And you can use pumice or perlite. A lot of people, including myself, as I'm learning, is the pumice is definitely bigger and it's heavier, so I feel like it's not gonna like float around. So I put it all out here so that we can actually mix it before putting it in there. So we're gonna go 2 scoops of this pumice and 1 scoop of this coarse sand. And we're gonna get our hands dirty here and just mix this up. Yeah! Look at me, I'm having so much fun. Man, I remember as a kid, I just used to I feel like I had a great childhood, but I also didn't have a lot of toys. And I just literally remember just playing in the dirt like for hours. And I feel like the youngins don't be doing that anymore. I'm not a parent, so, can't be talking too much, but these kids nowadays need to play in the dirt instead of on the iPads. Yep, that's right, I said it. Cool, then we're gonna take our cactus and then put it in here. Cool. I also grabbed some rocks, some honeyport rocks from our property. We love this stuff. This is just to make it look pretty and things like that. Little desert garden, little oasis here. And this stuff is good because, again, everything well draining. One thing to be careful though, if you ever use this kind of stuff, is sometimes if you got too much, it could trap moisture. And again, you do not want the plants ever to be sitting in that soil. So just be careful of that. You can always kind of like move some of the rocks and just check. Let's move on to the next soil mix. Oh, but first, yeah, so again, not the worst thing. If you already have it, I probably wouldn't waste it, and I would just try to make your very own version. And again, all of this stuff does depend. I'm just doing these based on my experience and what works best for California. If you're in a different area, you know, you might need to change up the ratio. Maybe it's not as dry where you live. So keep that in mind. Also, if you have questions about where you live and what might be best, leave a comment in the YouTube section and I'll do my best to help out. Okay, so next, let's move on to something that is a little bit more cactus soil ready. We got this G&B Organics for palm, cactus, citrus planting mix. Also great for succulents and plumbers, plumerias, dyslexic maybe, for plumbers. That's funny. The ingredients, we got recycled forest products. We got that pumice, ooh, that's good. We got that sand, bark fines, composed chicken manure, dehydrated chicken manure, feather meal, casting kelp, yeah, kelp meal, bat guano, oyster shell. So yeah, a lot of that other nitrogen heavy things. So you can use this, but you still probably want to break it down with some perlite, pumice. We're going to use pumice just because we have access to it. If you don't have access to the pumice, it's okay. Perlite's still going to be a great substitution. It's like the runner-up, but again, it's more dusty, it's light, you can blow around, things like that. So if you can get pumice, go with that, but perlite is totally okay too. So yeah, let's do it. Oh, we got to get something to plant. Actually, let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and plant this, repot this spiralis. Woo, this is a beautiful one. These are super cool. So before I go, I'm gonna just test out, and I think something that'll be cool is maybe in a month or two, we'll make another video to keep you updated on how these plants are doing. So subscribe and stick around so you can get notified and updates on how these things are doing. But for this planting mix, we're gonna do a different ratio because this is a little bit more cactus soil ready, I guess. Let's go, I think we're gonna go like 2 scoops of this and 1 scoop of the granite, decomposed granite, and then 1 scoop of the pumice. And this pot's a little bit bigger, so grab a little bit more. So that'll be my 2 scoops, and then I need 1 scoop of the pumice. Decomposed granite, 1 part, 1 scoop. Look a little something like that. Now we get to mix it. I don't really do all this do-it-yourself soil mixes because I'm in a fortunate position where we don't necessarily need to do this. But I will say, I'm having a good time. Having a good time. Another terracotta pot, this one's slightly bigger. And you know about that drainage hole. And if you ever make too much of a soil mix, save it. Because I know you guys are gonna keep getting plants because you're addicted. That's what I've learned. And the last soil that I bought is this palm, cactus, and citrus mix. Garden Kellogg. So yeah, and we're gonna do the same kind of mix that we did with the other one. So 2 parts of this and 1 part pumice, 1 part decomposed granite. Ingredients, yeah. Okay, so we got recycled forest products, sand, pumice, bark fines, dehydrated poultry manure, hydrolyzed feather meal. So honestly, a lot less than some of the other mixes, which honestly is probably what I prefer. So yeah, let's get to it. Got my pumice. And honestly, I'm just eyeballing this like it's a full tray. Half of it is with the soil. Honestly, if you ever do this though, make sure to cut your nails because I could just feel the dirt getting under my nails. Ew, gross. Let's plant the same thing in this pot. And let's see if there's any difference over a month. Honestly, I doubt there will be any difference, but it'll be cool to see. What's also cool is if you ever like pick up plants from a nursery and you're repotting them, you can kind of see that like there's some bark in here or something like that. So take a look at the soil and kind of see what they did. Might be a smart choice. Honestly, I kind of regret not doing this more. I'm always out here on this nursery and just never thought to pot any of the cacti that we have. So this is just a fun experience, and I feel like there's gonna be a lot more videos coming your way with just potting cool cacti and trying out different soils and yeah, seeing what works. Normally, what I do instead of going out and buying a bunch of soil is honestly, I just go out with a shovel. I dig a bunch of this decomposed granite out, and I usually just use that. And these are thriving. These were babies. These were babies in a 2-inch pot, and we stepped them up into a 4-inch pot with literally nothing but the dirt here. Oh my gosh, look at how cool that looks. Something that I thought would be cool is testing out our soil here. So I literally just, I just dug this up from our property, didn't add anything to it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plant these 3. So I got the Ming thing, Mexican fence post, and an Opuntia, and we'll plant it in this beautiful terracotta pot. And I'll do the exact same thing over here, but with a DIY mix that we created with some of the soils that I showed you earlier. The palm, cactus, citrus mix with the pumice and the decomposed granite. Yeah, we're just gonna plant both of them exactly the same. I'm gonna keep them on the same watering schedule, same light schedule, everything the same, and we'll check back in about 1 month, 2 months, and let's see which one does better. So we got this mix right here. This is just our Fallbrook soil. Mark it so I don't forget. So if you want to see the difference, be sure to like and subscribe so you can get notified when I make the updated video. Well, if you guys are still here, thank you so much for sticking around and having some fun with me today. Honestly, I had a lot more fun than I thought I would planting, which surprised, maybe I shouldn't be surprised because I do this, but honestly, a lot more videos about soil potting coming your way, just me testing out a bunch of things. I got 5 acres of cacti and could do a lot of really cool things. So if you have any ideas or you want to see anything, let me know. I know I got to make some videos about seeding and a couple other videos that you guys have all mentioned. So appreciate it, and peace. I can't help